Hello everyone. You are on the Learn and Shine channel. Today we have a beautiful story about a family, a husband, a wife, and their lovely children. They decided to spend one sunny day together in the park. But this is not just an ordinary picnic. It's a day full of fun, small surprises, and simple moments that bring a lot of joy. This story will help you enjoy English in a real, natural way. So sit back, relax, and listen to the story of a family picnic. It was a bright Saturday morning. The sun was shining warmly in the sky. John and Emily woke up early. They were very happy because today was a special day. They planned to spend time with their children, Max and Sophie. Family time was very important for them. John said, "Let's take the children to the park for a picnic." Emily smiled and nodded. Their children were still sleeping. Max and Sophie were excited about the idea. Emily went to the kitchen to prepare food. She made sandwiches with fresh bread, cheese, tomatoes, and lettuce. She also packed some apples and cookies. John packed a big blanket, a football, a kite, and some games. Max and Sophie woke up and saw all the things. "Are we going on a picnic?" asked Max with a big smile. "Yes," said Emily. Sophie jumped out of bed and smiled too. They quickly got dressed. Max wore his favorite red hat. Sophie took her little doll with her. They all put on their shoes and hats. John opened the car door and the family got inside. They sang songs and talked on the way to the park. The car ride was full of laughter and fun. Max looked out of the window and saw many trees and birds. Sophie saw a big, colorful butterfly. At the park, the grass was very green and soft. The trees were tall and full of green leaves. Birds sang sweet songs in the branches. The air smelled fresh and clean. It was a perfect day. John found a big tree with a lot of shade. "This is a perfect spot," he said. Emily spread the blanket on the ground carefully. Max and Sophie ran to look at flowers nearby. There were red roses, yellow sunflowers, and purple violets. Sophie picked a small bouquet of flowers and gave it to Emily. "Thank you," said Emily with a big smile. Max saw a ladybug on a leaf and showed it to Sophie. They watched the little insect crawl slowly. After that, John brought the football. They played together happily. Max kicked the ball very hard. John ran fast to catch it. Sophie laughed and clapped her hands. Sometimes Sophie tried to kick the ball too, but she missed it and fell down. Everyone laughed and helped her get up. Then Max took out his kite. It was blue with white stars. "Look, let's fly it," he said excitedly. Emily helped Sophie hold the string. The kite went up, up, and up in the sky. It danced with the wind. Max ran fast to keep the kite flying. Suddenly the wind stopped. The kite fell into a tall tree. "Oh no," said Max sadly. John smiled and said, "I will get it." He carefully climbed the tree and took the kite down. Max and Sophie watched him with big eyes. Everyone cheered. "Hooray! Dad is a hero." Sophie hugged John happily. They sat on the blanket to rest. Emily gave Sophie some juice and Max some cookies. Emily opened the picnic basket. There were sandwiches, apples, and juice. They all ate and talked about the day. Max told a funny story about his school. Sophie shared a secret about her doll. John and Emily listened with big smiles. While they were eating, a small dog came near them. It was a brown dog with big, kind eyes. Max gave the dog a little piece of bread. The dog wagged its tail and barked softly. Sophie petted the dog gently. The dog looked happy and stayed near them for a while. After lunch, the family walked around the park slowly. They saw ducks swimming in the pond. Sophie threw some breadcrumbs into the water. The ducks quacked happily and swam closer. Max tried to catch a squirrel, but it ran up a tree very fast. Far away they saw a deer. It was quiet and beautiful. Emily took many photos of the deer and the trees. "This day is very special," she said quietly. "Near a small hill," Max said. "Let's roll down the hill." Sophie and Emily laughed and said, "Yes, let's do it." One by one they rolled down, laughing loudly. Grass stuck to their clothes and hair. Sophie's doll fell during the roll. Emily quickly caught the doll. Everyone had fun and felt very happy. John said, "Look at your grass-stained clothes. That means you had a good time." Later, dark clouds came slowly. Sophie asked, "Is it going to rain?" John looked at the sky carefully. A small drop of rain fell on Emily's hand. Then more drops came quickly. "Let's run to the car," said John. They quickly packed their things. Max and Sophie ran fast and held hands. Emily smiled and followed them. The rain became stronger. They reached the car just before the rain started to fall heavily. The rain was light but cold. They laughed inside the car. "This is a fun adventure," said Max happily. On the way home they talked about the day. Sophie said, "I want to come here again soon." Emily nodded and said, "We will come next week." At home they looked at the photos on the computer. The pictures showed happy faces, green trees, and bright flowers. John said, "This day will be a good memory for all of us." Max and Sophie were tired but joyful. They thanked their parents for the fun day. Emily said, "Family time is the best time. We will have many more adventures." That night, the family dreamed of the park. The birds, the kite, and the dog were in their dreams. They all slept with smiles on their faces. Thank you for listening to this story about a simple family picnic that became something special. Sometimes the best days are the ones filled with small surprises, laughter, and the people we love. This story shows that happiness doesn't need to be big. It can be a sandwich, a game, a kite in the sky, or a drop of rain. It's about being together, helping each other, and enjoying each moment. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a like. Leave a comment and tell us, what is your favorite family memory? And don't forget to subscribe to the Learn and Shine channel for more beautiful English stories every week. See you in the next video.